All right. Hello. How is everyone today? First of all, we'll just do some testing if everyone can hear me loud and clear. Let's just try to get a quick heads up from everyone on the chat. Just a quick one so we can just make sure that everyone can hear me clearly, and then we can jump straight into the presentation for today. Perfect. Perfect. That's great. All right, guys. So my name is Danish. I work at Traffic Radius. We are one of the leading digital marketing agency based in Australia. Our core services are SEOs, Google Ads, Facebook Ads, Instagram, website development. We've been into business for for over 15 years now, and we work with probably around, I would say, 300 to 400 customers across Australia, offering different digital marketing services. So the purpose for today's webinar was to just run through everyone how people can face different challenges when running Google Ads and how we can help any other third-party company can help a business to achieve the goals that they're trying to achieve from Google Ads and solve the problems. So what I'm going to do now is I'll quickly share my screen. We'll run through the ads. If you have any questions in between, just please raise your hands or just what we can do is we can also run a quick question and answer session towards the end of the meeting. All right, perfect. What we have seen is based on our experience with Google Ads in all these years, we have run Google Ads for over as around 300 to 400 businesses across, I would say, 150 different niche industries with different sort of even different sort of industry segments, some of them through retail, through e-commerce, and so on. So what first thing first is what we have learned or what we have picked up by running all these Google ads through all these years for our customers that can help other people to avoid the same mistakes and do something different. Let's just try to change that 1 second. All right. All right. First thing first, what we have seen is most business owners, they focus on the wrong things. What if you're running Google ads or let's say even social media ads by yourself, what people do is they put a lot of time and effort on creating good looking ads. They want to make sure that the ads are beautiful, they are appealing, the layout is the latest layouts that are running in the market. And last but not the least, what most business owners or someone who's running Google ads by themselves, they think that, hey, if I'm putting higher budgets or if I'm putting a higher bid, I'm going to get the top rank. But unfortunately, that's not the case. If it was only about putting more money on Google Ads and spending more on the higher bids, then everybody would be getting good results. But the truth is Google cannot keep everyone happy. There's only 4 slots on the top, and Google only can keep 4 business owners happy on the top. Okay, someone saying I cannot see you. Let me just fix that straight away. Let's have a look. All right, how about now? I think that should be fine. This is a very good example of when I said before that most people trying to focus on making the ads look good, but they still miss out the most important elements, which is like call to action, compelling offer, and even let's say even good looking landing page. So these ads that you see right there, yes, you might be thinking, hey, they look pretty decent. It's got a good face, it's got decent copy, it's showcasing the product as well. But still, what we have seen is this 2 examples right here. The conversion rate is just 0.5%, and the other one, the click-through rate is only 1.8%, which is way too low to get better results. Now, simple logic is beautiful ads do not mean better results. And it's not just about the art, it's also about art plus science. And science is basically what you need to how you need to set up the ads properly with the proper approach, with the proper strategy in place, and a proper plan of action for the next 2 to 3 months. And that's when you can expect the ads to deliver a proper return on investment. All right. The hidden drivers most people miss. What really moves the needle? First is the strategic positioning. The strategic positioning of your ads and your business is very important. When we talk about strategic positioning, we are referring to keywords, the kinds of keywords that you use, and obviously the bid strategies. So there are multiple bid strategies available on Google Ads, as you might know, if you have ever ran Google Ads by yourself in the past. But just in case somebody who doesn't know that, bid strategies is basically when you tell Google, hey, this is what I'm trying to achieve from my ads, which could be either maximizing the clicks. You're just telling Google, hey, I'm just here to get more clicks and trying to get me more clicks, and I will leave the rest on me. Or the other bid strategy can be maximize conversions, where you are telling Google, hey, I'm happy if you get me less clicks, but what I want is I want to get more and more conversions and more inquiries or more sales coming through the Google Ads. And the last one is scientific testing, which is, according to us, that we have seen is the key for any Google Ads success. What that means is most business owners, they come up with one ad, they start running the ads, and they leave it then and there, and they leave the rest on Google. They trust Google way too much. But what we need to do is we need to keep trying different ad copies. We need to keep trying different messages. We need to try different call to actions and obviously different landing pages. Yes, I completely agree that the designs and good looking ads are important. But what's more important is the quality score of your ads, which again, I know those are some technical terms like quality score, ad rank, keyword relevance, and all that, but we will be looking at that in the coming slides. All right. Just what you see here, it's a very quick and a very clear example on how you can achieve top-notch results, maintaining a very low cost per click. As I told you guys before, most business owners think, hey, I'm just going to spend more money, I'm going to bid higher on my clicks, and I will get the leads. But what if I told you there is a way you can actually get great results by keeping the cost per click well under control? So the simple logic for that is first step right there on the top is to get a higher quality score. Now, how we can achieve a higher quality score? In order to get a higher quality score, the first step there is user experience, which is how good your ad looks and how good your landing page is. Second thing is relevance to keyword. What that means is, what if someone is searching for a keyword, and let's say someone is looking for a plumber or an electrician nearby their suburb, and you are showing them a completely different thing, like how to fix it yourself, or maybe a DIY sort of a thing, which is totally not relevant to what a person was looking for. So that's relevancy to the keyword. And third thing is expected CTR, which is the expected click-through rate, like what you are expecting in terms of how many clicks to achieve. So if you have the first three boxes tick, you can get a very high quality score, which is one of the most important driving factors for any Google Ads success. Now, once you get the higher quality score, next thing you want to look at is the higher ad rank. Now, to get a higher ad rank, first thing first is you need to achieve a higher quality score. And then based on whatever bid strategy that you're using, you can get within the first or the second position on the Google Ads rank. Now, the very good thing is you might think that, hey, if I'm paying the most amount of money, then only I will get the top rank, which is completely false. You can still get the top #1 position on Google Ads, even by keeping your cost per click lower than your competitors. In order to do that, the first two steps are higher quality score and higher ad rank. Once you tick both these boxes, automatically what you will see is you will get your ads rank on the top 1 and 2 positions, still maintaining a lower cost per click, which is where most of the businesses they want to get more conversions for a lesser cost per click. Yes, some people might have a very big pocket. They can throw as much as money they want on Google Ads. But in standard, what we have seen is you want to get the best for the most value that you want to achieve. It's a very good example of what we have just seen right here, just to show you how that makes a difference. So let's say same ad, same position, but a different cost. Let's say there are 3 ads running at the same time. ad A, ad B, and ad C. For example, ad A is having a quality score of 10, ad B is having a quality score of 5, and ad C is having a quality score of 2. We'll assume that all the three people have have placed a similar bid, which is $3. Now, because you have a different quality score, obviously you will see a different ad rank, which is pretty straightforward. Now, because you have a different ad rank, you will see a different cost per click. Now, the beauty is the person who's having the highest quality score is actually having the cheapest cost per click. Now, what you see from here is just basic math. With the same spend by all these three ads, we can see the first person who is having a higher quality score and a higher ad rank gets most number of clicks. And the second person has 497, third person has a 199 based on a basic formula. And obviously the conversion rate, let's assume it's 5% for all of them. And based on that, this would be the estimated conversions for each and every person. Alrighty, the shocking reality of ad budgets are wasted on wrong audiences, and most of it people don't even know that. Did you know that for every $1,000 you spend on Google Ads, it's just a little of, I would say 40%, which is $400 that are going to the right audience, and the remaining $600 are just getting wasted. It's either getting wasted with bot clicks, and yes, that's true. There's so many bots right out there who are just clicking on your ads every day and wasting your money. And if not bots, the second segment who's right out there to waste your money is your competitors. We've seen that so many times happening with our clients as well. Even with our own ads as well, we've seen our competitors who intentionally come to Google, they search for what we are targeting, and they click on our ad again and again just to waste our money. So we do not get the best of what we want to achieve. Unfortunately, if you're not tracking that, you are just wasting up on your budgets and your money is not going in the right place. All right. Now, how do we turn this problem into a profit? At Traffic Radius, we have cracked a 4-pillar Google Ad framework, which we call the Ad Dominator. And we use this strategy for all our clientele on board. And we have seen major success for any industry, either it's coming from, let's say, lead generation, e-commerce, or even if it's just brand awareness. What are those 4 pillars? The very first one is a very basic one, focus on business objectives. What are you trying to achieve, or what are you trying to expect from Google Ads? Of course, common understanding, if I'm doing Google Ads, I'm paying Google from my pocket. I expect sales or I expect leads coming back from my ads. Now for that, when you start an ad, there are 3 simple touch points. First of all, when you run an ad on Google, you need to make sure you catch the customer's eye by a good looking ad with multiple ad extensions. Now, I'm not sure, honestly, how many of you in this lobby today are aware what an ad extension is. But an ad extension is basically there are multiple features on Google Ads where you can make your ad look more appealing and look more, I would say, compelling as well. And it will help you to achieve a higher space or a bigger space as compared to your competitor. And if you're not using any extensions, you're missing out on big opportunities, and your costs for your ads will also be a lot higher. So the very first thing, the very first critical touch point is capturing the attention of the person through a high quality score impact. Once you capture the attention of the person, the next point there is to drive engagements. What that means is, yes, someone saw your ad. Now, because your ad copy was very compelling, it was very appealing, but why should they click on your ad? What are you offering? What's your, let's say it could be a Black Friday offer, it could be any sale, it could be a fear factor. Fear factor, like let's say you're trying to create an urgency, like limited stock available or anything like that, or offer ends this Friday, something like that. And third thing, once you get the attention, once you get a click, third thing is the landing page level experience. They've clicked on your ad, now they come to your landing page. But let's say if the landing page or the website is just talking about totally something else, it's not going to do anything for your business or for your Google Ads. So when all these 3 things place in together, that's when you can expect better results. So I just quickly repeat myself. Whenever someone looks at your Google ad, first thing is capturing attention through the ad copy. Second thing is prompting them to click on your ad by offering something or by creating some urgency or maybe just a fear of missing out. And once they click on your ad, the third thing is the landing page experience, which again, it's a whole different thing altogether, which we will talk about in the future for the slides. But landing page experience as well plays a major role in Google Ads success. All right. What you see here is what all you need to have on your Google Ads in order to achieve success. Let's look at the very first row there. First thing is irresistible offer plus conversion tracking. We all know how important conversion tracking is. If you don't have conversion tracking, you're just playing blindly and you don't have any goals set up. Next, goals and KPIs plus campaign structure, how well your campaign has been set up, plus targeting. Who are you targeting? Who's your audience? Most of the products you need to define your audience. Is it for males or females? Is it for the age group of 20 to 35? Is it for the age group of 40 to 65? And so on. Of course, the creatives plus the bids and budgets and the landing page. If you have all these boxes tick, your ad will be in success. But let's say at every level, as you can see, the orange box, even if you miss out one thing out of these, you are not going to get anywhere. So if you guys want, feel free to take a snapshot of this and then we can jump on further. Till then, I can quickly grab some water for myself. Thank you. All right, mastering these touch points require a systematic approach. Coming back to our four-pillar ad framework, the first framework there is the business objectives, which is the accurate focus on business objectives. If you don't have the business objectives clear, you just cannot expect to get results. It's very simple to define your business objectives. You just need to first of all find out which category does your business fall into. Are you a trades business? Are you an e-commerce store? Do you have a retail front? Or are you into professional services? Or are you more into a B2B space where you are just working with other businesses, which is something like manufacturing and distribution? Alrighty. What we see here is different industry segments, clarifying their objectives and what Google ad campaign types that they might need. Now, this is very important here. As I said in the previous slide, if you don't, first of all, you need to clear up your business objective. Which industry do you fall in? According to that, you can simply pick up what campaign type do you need to create. Alrighty. Just I'll quickly read through this. I don't want to bore you guys, and I'll quickly explain this how this is going to work. If you're into a trades industry, let's say you're a sparky or you're a plumber, what you are looking for. Obviously, you're looking for more phone calls and more quote inquiries, right? Now, in order to do that, what we have explored all these years with our experience, someone who's looking for more calls and inquiries, Google Discovery, Google Search, and Google Display campaigns work the best for them. So on, if you are in a professional services, let's say you are a lawyer or you are a dentist or any other doctor or a surgeon, again, you're looking for lead generation. You need to be present on Google Search, Google Discovery, and Google Display. Being in a retail, if you have a storefront, of course, you're looking for more foot traffic, leading to more sales. But of course, the first challenge here is to get more foot traffic, getting more people coming to the store. Now, for that, yes, you can try search, but what we have seen is local search campaigns work the best. Now, just quickly explaining you what is local search. It's nothing but running an ad on a Google map, where if someone is searching for, let's say, beds and mattress store near me, because let's say if I'm based in South Bank, I don't want to travel all the way to Dandenong just to buy a mattress. I would just like to see something nearby where I can visit the store, try the mattress and bed myself, and then purchase it. That's where if you're pushing that ad through a discovery or a search, your targeting is completely wrong. You rather need to target the Google Maps. So because your audience is more local. Now, B2B manufacturers, according to it, is more about branding. You just want to increase the brand awareness and get more people to know about your business, which is where we feel Performance Max, which is a very latest thing just started last year by Google, and display and demand gen campaigns work really well. Last but not the least, which is my favorite, e-commerce. Purely e-commerce businesses, they just want sales, which is online orders and branding. Performance Max, shopping, search, dynamic search ads, they all work really well for any e-commerce brand. Cool. Three core elements while you are defining your business strategy. First thing first, choosing the right keywords. Second, understanding your competition, what your competitors are doing. Or first thing first should be who even is your competitor in the market. And then competition, protecting your budget. You don't want to just be burning your money by picking up the right competition. You want to make sure the competition that you're referring to is the right person. All right, the very first one, choosing the right keywords. Now, guys, trust me on this. This is the backbone of any Google search campaign. This can either make or break your entire campaign. And before we even talk about, you know, looking good looking ads or landing pages or generating leads, there's something more fundamental that determines the success of every Google Ads campaign. And we just cannot afford the keywords to go wrong. I'm not sure if you guys know there are multiple tools available out in the market. Heaps of them are free as well. Google itself offers its own keyword planner tool where you can do a lot of research with what kind of keywords are people looking for your product, what each keyword costs, and what it's really going to get back to you in terms of cost per click and cost per conversion. It's very important to do that research first before you start running a campaign. All right. Now, this is the most common mistake that businesses make. They just go with, hey, let's just choose the keyword that's most relevant for me. Again, a quick example, let's say if it's an electrician, they'll just go for electrician near me. But what you need to also know is because we have industry knowledge for all these industries, if you're just bidding for electrician near me, you are looking to spend at least $30 per click. Trust me, guys, I'm not lying. In electrical industry or maybe any other trades industry, plumber near me, plumber Melbourne, these kind of keywords, they cost $25 to $35 per click. Now, if you are looking as a business owner, where you don't know what's exactly going to work for you, you will go with these generic terms, which are most relevant to your business, but you will not get anything out of it because whatever budget you have allocated, it will just get wasted in 2 or 3 clicks, and that's not going to get you any return on investment. This approach of just going with the relevant keywords, not the right keywords, it's just going to lead to wasted budget, missing on the high potential keywords. And yes, you will pick up one day, but it's already going to be too late. Basically, you're learning from your own mistakes. But by that time, by the time you pick it up, it's already been 3 to 4 weeks. You already spent thousands of dollars, and then you know, hey, oh, looks like I've made a mistake. Now, what can I do to fix it? So it's very important to get the keywords right. Understanding your competition, how most analyze competitors. Let's just look at their ads and try to copy what works for them. Now, whatever is working for them, there's no hard and harsh rule that it's going to work for you as well. Every business is different, every industry is different, every website is different as well. We have seen where we've worked with two industries, two business owners from the similar industry. And when we tried a similar strategy, it worked for one, it did not work for other, which is why we know whatever is working for your competitor, you just cannot copy that and use that for yourself. It can be a big fail. Now, the problem with this approach, surface level insights only. You do not know what they are doing in the background. You are just looking at their ad copy in the front. You are just looking at their website or the landing page, and you're just going on that. But the problem is you don't know how they have set up that campaign. What are the keywords they are using? What are the ad extensions that they're using to get those results? So you are missing out on important information and you're completely betting on guesswork over here, which will not drive results. Negative keyword targeting, very, very important. What that means is basically there are certain terms you do not want to get ranked for and you do not want to get clicked for. If you get, if you just keep aiming in the air and you keep all the keywords open, because Google purely works on machine learning and it's a bot in the end, it's a robot, it's not a human who's sitting there and presenting your ads. Google will end up showing your ads to anyone and everyone, and most of the keywords that come through would be totally irrelevant, which is where you have to make sure you have certain negative keywords in place and you are not wasting your money on bad keywords. All right. Why this costs you? Again, same thing, damage is already done. You're learning from your mistakes. and you're missing out on the industry specific patterns. Now, because we have worked with so many industries, we know what sort of negative keywords have to be uploaded for one sort of business and have to be avoided for certain businesses. And what, again, I'll show you in the next slides. We have developed a tool where we can pick up negative keywords. We've got thousands of negative keywords for different industries, and we can upload that from the day one when we run your ads. We don't have to wait for 3 to 4 weeks, and then in 4 weeks later we see, hey, I don't even want to get a click for that. Why did I end up spending $500 for those clicks, which has done nothing for me? Again, why do you want to learn from expensive mistakes when you could do it from day one? All right, 3 unique systems that transform your campaign performance. The very first one, guys, AI, as we know, it's taking over the world. We have come up with a AI enhanced keyword optimization tool. It's called Smart Filter. It's come up with a lot of database and all the ads that we have run. What it does for you is it picks up non-converting keywords that did not work for others in your industry. Because again, we've worked with so many industries in the past. We know what worked for them, what did not work for them. We have gathered all that information and put it all here. And if something did not work for your competitors, there's a very high chance that's not going to work for you as well. I'm specifically talking about the keywords there. So non-converting keywords can already be identified through this AI Smart tool. And then second thing, what this tool can do for you is it's going to suggest very good and high conversational keywords for your specific industry, and they are more transactional, not informational. There's a difference between informational and transactional keywords, as we might know. Informational keywords are where people are just looking to get more information. They are just getting ready to make a purchase, probably in next 3 to 4 weeks or maybe in 2 3 months, but they're not going to purchase right now. So why do you want to show your ad to those people and waste your money? Where you should be rather focusing on transactional keywords where people are ready to spend the money right now and make a purchase. This is just one instance of how that looks. So it recommends the keywords for people who have already searched for your industry in the past, along with the search volume, what the competition is going to be like, and what's the cost per click for every keyword. Just quickly, another tool that we've come up with, AdSpy. Again, very important thing in Google Ads, as we know, is competitor analysis. I know I've already said that 2 or 3 times so far. Now, competitor analysis is very important, and we have this tool called AdSpy, where you can actually see not just what sort of ads your competitors are running, but even what duration they are running at, what target location, what are their top performing creatives, like what kind of ads are working for them, and again, what kinds of keywords are working for them. If we could supply all this information to you right in the beginning, you will not be wasting your money for the first 2 months. And then after 2 months, hey, you're like, hey, okay, why I wish someone would have told me all these things before, right? This is just one quick snapshot of how that looks. We just picked up an example for Temu. We put that in this tool, and it shows like what are the landing pages, top landing pages for Temu, what are the kinds of ads that are working for them, and also the top performing hooks. Hooks, guys, as you know, it's just a very cheeky way of getting someone's attention in the first 3 seconds when they look at your ad. The simple logic is if your ad does not catch their eye in the first 3 to 4 seconds, we all have a very limited attention span these days. So we will keep scrolling and we will move on to the next business or the next ad that's there. So having a right hook is very important as well. Some examples, some display examples. Target keyword exclusion, again, eliminate the keywords that are not right, which comes back to the negative keywords. This tool can help you do that as well. Just a quick example, we put in conservatory furniture. Now this put a whole list of what else people search for along with conservatory furniture. Now, obviously, not everything might be irrelevant, guys, but we can at least have a whole list where we can decide what's relevant and what's not relevant, and we can, avoid making some mistakes in the future. Okay, the tool that you see right here, it's a very common one. It's available right out there in the market. What it does is it's going to help you to eliminate or reduce bot clicks and competitor clicks. What I told you before, only 40% of your budget goes to the right audience. 60% of your budget is just getting wasted with the wrong audience or with bots. Now, when you install this tool on your Google Ads campaign, what it's going to do is it's going to filter out the clicks that this tool thinks it's a bot or it's maybe just a competitor who's clicking again and again on your ad from the same IP address. As you know, the same IP address, basically Google knows where you're logging in from, and if from the same Wi-Fi or the same internet. And when Google sees someone is clicking on your ad again and again in less than 10 seconds or in less than 20 seconds, just to from an intention to waste your money, Google is not going to let that happen. Or I would say the tool is not going to let that happen. This is a quick example. You can see this says 24% cleaner traffic, how much money saved, which actually would have gotten wasted if you don't have this tool, and how many clicks saved as well. Now imagine if you get these clicks and these are the relevant clicks, what more inquiries you can generate from running the same amount of budget. Alrighty, let's move to the next pillar of our Google Ads framework, which is the account structure for learning and optimization. Now, what most people think is let's try different ads. I would say good idea, but how many different ads and what is the right approach for that? Now, what people do is they just write what sounds good or what reads well, and they try different variations, everything in one ad copy, and there's no structured methodology. The problem with that is it will not give you the best of different testing variations. So there's a better way of doing that actually. What we have discovered after analyzing millions of ads in different ad spin, these components aren't random. They're based on how people actually make decisions. So just basically, if you see there's four important elements of an ad that you have to test either together, but it's better to do it separately. What are those four focus elements? First thing on the left you see is the brand. The right side on the top you see is functional. Basically, you're focusing on the functionality and the features of your product. The third one on the bottom right you see is transactional, which you're offering a price or you're offering a discount to the customer to create the urgency. And the last but not the least is the features and benefits of your product. Why should they choose your product, your service over your competitor? But again, a great Google Ads copy is not enough. You need to have a strategic amplification. Once you have your messaging right, then you need to start optimizing from there. So for example, did you know high quality ad extensions can cut your ad cost by up to 50% and can also boost your CTR and conversions by 10 to 15%. Now, common mistakes people make in choosing the right extensions. People sometimes when they find out about this feature that, hey, I did not know that I can use extensions on Google Ads, they just, and because it's free, people go and select each one of them. They do not just stick to the right extension that might be relevant for them. So poor alignment with ad messaging, missing the key extension types, and wrong placements. A very good example on how an ad should look like. There's two examples I put, one on the left, one on the right. The one that you see on the left side, what they are trying to do is they have put site link extensions. So what they're trying to do is they are trying to capture more real estate on the same ad, and they have actually pushed their competitor towards the bottom. Now, if I'm a user, if I'm searching for something and I see an ad that big, I'm not even going to go to the second or third business. I'm straight away going to click on that first business right there. Similar example on the right side, they've done an extension for the site links, but other extensions, as you would know, there are price extensions, there's reviews extensions, store visit extensions, call extensions as well. Again, now every extension might be different based on your business objective, but there are some must-have extensions that we highly recommend. For example, the first one that we always recommend is to have a rating extension, which is nothing but integrating your Google reviews and putting it back as an extension, just to show how good you are on your service and why they should choose you. Phone call extension, very important to get more phone calls, location extension to get more store visits, promotion extensions if you have any sales running, if you have any offers. Call out extension is very important one as well, guys. I always recommend. What that does is you can highlight 3 to 4 USPs, unique selling propositions of your business on your Google ad. So whenever someone's reading your ad, and because it's a very short time span they have to make a decision, you don't want them to get confused or get lost within the ad. You can actually call out or you can highlight 3 to 4 points, which are most important for them to know while they are making a decision while looking at that ad. All right, even with the perfect message and strategic extension, there's still one critical element that most businesses miss out: the science of testing. Very, very important, guys. Common testing mistakes. People test multiple things at once. There's no systematic approach. Again, guesswork and rushing to conclusions. That's very most common thing we have seen. They just run the ads for 3 to 4 days, and they're like, "Hey, this is not working for me. Let me stop this and do something else." Now, how can you rely on an ad for just for an ad result within just 3 to 4 days, where Google's algorithm itself takes at least 10 to 14 days for the learning of your campaigns, for the learning of your keywords, and the learning of your landing page. So any decision making that you are doing, we recommend to give it at least 10 to 15 days and then start analyzing the data. All right, scientific approach, test one component at a time. Do not test multiple elements at a time. What that means is if you are testing on offer, like 10% off versus to 15% off, do not do that on the same ad. Do that on different ads and different timings. And same thing goes with landing pages. If you know your ad is good, now you want to try different landing pages or different product pages or different website pages on your main site. Do not try everything at once. Give it time. Try it in different time span with different ads so you know which one is the winner out of all. And then make data-driven decisions. Ad copy testing, very, very important again. There are multiple elements of ad copy testing. What we usually do is we come up with an ad copy which is more in line with the brand. It's focusing on the price point, and then we run it for 10 to 15 days. Based on that, we run another test campaign where we are changing a little bit of ad copy, adding more unique selling points, changing the price point a little bit, and then adding the incentive in the third variation. The incentive is another offer. Now, based on all three different ads, which are run in 3 different weeks, not everything in one single week, you can clearly see which of those three got you the best results. And then you can choose the winning ad and start continuing on that and start putting more money on that. The third pillar, optimize for continuous performance improvement. Now, unfortunately, Google Ads is not something you just create and you leave it there and you wait for Google to show you some results. Unfortunately, it's a recurring thing. It's an ongoing thing. Every week, someone needs to sit there to optimize, to analyze, and see what others are doing versus what you are doing, and you need to make some improvements to your campaigns. All right. Now, the very first common mistake people do is they run the ads 24/7 and hope for the best. The problem with that is it's not going to work all the time. Now, let's say you are giving a daily budget to Google. Let's say you're giving $100 a day allocated to Google. If you run the ad for 24/7, Google will try to divide that budget by 24 hours and try to show your ads at different times. But let's say if you are in an industry where people are not even going to search for your business after 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., then why do you want to run your ads after 9 p.m.? And you know that someone is going to start searching for your business at 7 a.m. in the morning. Why do you need to run your ad at midnight? So what we do is we have to analyze different times and days of the ads where you're getting more clicks or where you're getting more conversions, and then bid higher or increase your budget only for those hours and still bid less for the other hours. That's one thing. If you do that, obviously you can see more conversions coming through, more clicks coming through. Just a quick example from one of the campaigns that I've been running these days. What we see based on this is this customer right here, it's getting a lot of clicks and impressions between Sundays 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. The second one is Tuesdays 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and so on. Now, let's say if that customer is spending the most amount of money on Sundays 8 a.m. to 6, Saturdays 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. My bad, sorry. If they're spending the most amount of money on Saturdays 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., they will not get to anywhere. So that's where analyzing the ad schedule is very, very important. Now, timing is just one part, guys. Another thing we have to look at is the device comparison, or what device the customers are using while they were looking for your ad. I'm sure we all know that 60 to 70% of ad clicks these days come from mobile device. It might be different for B2B. It might be different for wholesale and manufacturing industries. But for trades, e-commerce, retail, we have seen the maximum number of clicks are coming from a mobile device. Now, what if you know that your clicks are coming from mobile, but you're bidding higher on this desktop or your website is designed for desktop, your website is not even mobile friendly, obviously you're going to lose a big chunk of your audience and you're not going to convert, which is where it's very, very important to analyze the devices as well, desktop or mobile. Now, this is another tool of heat mapping. What that does is basically we can integrate on your ads on your website, and this can actually track human behavior, what they are doing on your website. You can also get a live tracking of that as well. While someone is on the website, you can see what they are doing, where the eye movement is going, where the mouse movement is going, and then you can make changes to your website based on that. High impact testing. Common testing mistakes: test everything at once, random testing schedule, rush to conclusions again. So what the best thing is, test one variable at a time and give at least 2 to 3 weeks for the ad to show some results, and then analyze the data and then make some adjustments. Now, when all these elements work together, the results are transformative. Just a quick snapshot from our side. This is one of my dashboards of Google Ads from last 2 years, where we have received or generated 4.4 million clicks for our customers with an interaction rate of 1.3%, 344 million plus impressions, which means we covered that number of audience based in Australia and New Zealand. I would say 99% in Australia. It's just 1%, a few clients that we have based in New Zealand as well. And conversion value, what we generated in terms of revenue for our customers in last 2 years, just through Google Ads. Just quick examples, wouldn't want to bore you with that, but quick examples with what we are running from our customers. What is the ROAS, which is the target return on ad spend for one of the mattress stores? ROAS is 47 to 1, which is great. 20% reduction in cost per acquisition. 50% reduction is cost per click. I'll quickly run through that. Maybe a few of you are can correlate to that from this industry, and then we can obviously help you out on that later. E-commerce stores. One of our biggest segment of our portfolio is from e-commerce, car accessories, bags and accessory stores. Again, windows and door manufacturer, which is building construction industry. One of my favorites, one of my personal favorites, I would say. Hydraulic equipment industry, water heater industry, landscaping contractors, which is the tradies. Again, heating and cooling industry, carpet installers, and so on. Now you've seen the strategy, you've seen the results. It's your turn to make a decision how you want to spend your money on your Google Ads and how you want to grab this opportunity. I think we're coming to an end of this presentation, guys. Obviously, we'll enter a quick question and answer section from here. Just before we start on that, we are offering a free Google Ads audit today, which is actually valued at $2,000. And there's only limited slots available. What's included in that? We will be looking at your Google Ads campaign. We will do a deep dive account analysis. We will do a performance gap analysis. What that means is where you are missing out on as compared to your competitors, a proper competitor strategy review, and obviously a proper growth plan on what you need to do to take your business or to take your ads to the next level. Of course, it's 100% free, no obligation. You take all the insights, you take the audit, you like it, well and good. If you want our help on that, please feel free to call us. If not, then obviously we can, you can take the strategy along with you. There's no obligation on that. Now, this is just the last slide. If anyone is interested in grabbing this opportunity for a free Google Ads audit, you can quickly scan that. I'll just leave this open for another 10 seconds, and then we can start a Q&A section, a session straight away. Thank you. Perfect. So let's have a look. We can stop the screen right there. All right, guys. I think, do we have any questions, sir? Do we want to ask anything? Was it helpful at all? Do you think, was it informational? Was it useful, what we discussed today?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it is a free audit. Yes, absolutely free. Again, after this, I can again put that QR code one more time. Just scan that. It's a limited one. We cannot do too many free audits, so it's only limited slots available. Or you can just probably drop in your contact details here as well, and we can also, take you through this.
Shall we?
By the way, just a quick, again, quickly about us. Our company name is Traffic Radius, based in South Bank, Melbourne. I myself have been working in this agency for over 6.5, 7 years now. I'm one of the Google Ads strategists. So, and we help, most of our clients to take the business to the next level. We specialize in AdWords, SEO, Facebook ads, website design, pretty much anything that a business needs to sustain online. So you've got this QR code right there. You can scan that. You can book your slot. One of my team members will contact you by today or tomorrow to get some access, and then we can start running an audit for your Google Ads. All right, I think I noticed something wrong there. What I see is most of you guys don't have permission to speak or use the mic. I'm just enabling that now. So I think I should have picked that up before. So my bad on that. I'm just doing that for everyone one by one now. And then if anyone has any questions, you can actually turn on your mic and we can start having a quick chat. No problem, Lisa. It was great having you on board here. Yep, I think I've enabled that for most of you guys. Anyone, any questions, guys? Anything you want to ask? Any other questions that you might have? Or even we can have a quick chat, like, where are you guys coming from? If you want to have a quick, networking section, if you want to know about each other, what others are doing, what you guys are doing. I'll be here for another 5 minutes, so feel free to ask any questions. Yeah. Sure. Sure, Andy. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. All right, guys, I think it looks all good then. Just one last final time, any questions, or are we good to sign out from here? What we'll do is I'll get one of my team members to contact you guys again. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. As I said, it's a free audit, no obligation. If you like our ideas, contact us again. If you don't like, we can part ways, no problem. But if I was there, I would make the most of this opportunity. So. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much. We'll be closing off for now. And one of my team members will be getting in touch with you very soon, and then we can have another chat. Thank you so much. Bye for now. See ya.